That was his biggest concern this morning, if the wing was big enough. Yeah.
That's a serious concern.
Yeah, he definitely could take a job with you guys, probably.
Good morning, comrades. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
What are we doing today?
We're gonna drop the Manthey.
Drift Cup.
The Manthey get
Drift Cup. Yeah, you have the wrong car. It's a front-wheel drive. I'll go get the right car, or put some McDonald's tray on it. Oh yeah, the race car. We can take that as well. No, good morning, dear comrades, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today is a very big day for Apex Taxi because the Porsche GT2 RS is getting full Manthey-Racing kit. So we're gonna bring the GT2 to Manthey-Racing to get a Manthey-Racing kit. Sounds obvious, right? Very excited. It's going to be, I think, probably the first ever customer car that gets actually all those homologated parts. So this is a pretty big day for us. A small step for Apex, big step for mankind, or something like that. Yeah. Oh look, a tow strap. Also funny, 162 kilometer range, and it was actually 155 when I left. On a full tank. Yeah, so that's the fuel consumption. Right, arrived at Porsche Center Moispad, or in today's case, Manthey-Racing, unless it would be for warranty work, but the car is doing fine. So, Manthey-Racing upgrades. Let's hop in and see what we're gonna get. Fruit. Oh, it's the first Mark II GT3 RS MR, also with a massive wing. Impressive. Alright, and a couple of hours later on, the car is on the lift and some parts have been dismantled, and we are joined by the man that you already all know from my previous videos, and actually more importantly, a year ago we made a video together at SM Motor Show where you presented the car, the GT2 MR, and we went through all the details explaining what's actually included in the kit. So to avoid repetition, go there if you missed the video to find out what's exactly included. But okay, let's talk us through one more time what's actually being done to the car.
Well, on your car, you already got some parts out of the MR package in advance. So, as you remember, when you got the car, you already got the suspension for the car, you got the brake upgrade, you got the water tank.
Yep.
And so finally, we're just completing the kit now with the Aero package, which is one of the main packages on the MR conversion.
Mm-hmm. So I see lots of stuff has been taken off, the front bumper, the back bumper, the wing obviously. So what does the package consist of?
Well, the Aero package in detail consists of front underbody, which is made of carbon fiber and it's downforce optimized. Mm-hmm. Then we have the canards on the side ends of the front end cover. Mm-hmm. Then we have the Aero curtains underneath the car for the guiding of the air. Then we have the bigger diffuser underneath the car in the back end. Mm-hmm. And we have the bigger wing.
Yes.
The bigger wing also includes a modification or a change of the engine deck lid, of the wing support brackets, and we have to reinforce the rear end structure of the car.
I believe that those are these parts here.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the parts which are already included once you buy a race car, like a GT3 Cup car. Mm-hmm. And those ones are bolt-on solutions which we include into the package.
It's nice that it illustrates how actually that the new wing generates actual higher amount of downforce to such an extent that you need to reinforce the back. Everything is being thought of, so that's very nice. And I believe this is one of the first actual customer cars that will get the MR kit, right?
Yeah, we will present the car with the final spec to the public in the near future. So at the moment we're rebuilding several cars, which we will release at the same time. It's quite some effort to get this in. So we, over the years since we made the presentation last year, we got lots of inquiries, from customers. They said, I just want to have the canards, I just want to have the side wing plates, whatever. But the thing is, we always had to explain them that there is a performance background. So it's not just about optics. It's nice that it looks good, but at the same time, it's not possible, for example, to mount the wing without mounting those reinforcement brackets, because this is what makes the performance. So it's always mandatory to install all the kits of the aero package and not only single pieces.
Yeah, of course, because also when you mount a big wing, then you start understeering on the front when you don't have the front.
Same situation. I mean, we don't sell the aero package anyway separately, but at the same time, it's mandatory to have the suspension as well, because the high amount of downforce requires the different suspension with another setup.
Interesting, interesting. I believe you have 2 more cars here currently being worked on, and they have some components installed. Can we have a look at them?
Yeah, sure, we can do
Let's do it. Oh, and yes, of course, it's also getting gold wheels. Yes, it's getting gold wheels, but I want to say it has gold stickers because it's getting gold wheels. And this is something you will see later in this video when we're going to show you the finished project. But first, let us show you the actual upgrades underneath the car, because it will be later on more difficult to show them once they're on the car. The front corners, you'll see it later on our car. And walk us through the upgrades here underneath.
Well, as I said, we have the carbon fiber underbody floor, which is downforce optimized, as you can see here. Then going further to the aero curtains, which you see here, which guide the air out underneath the car. Mm-hmm. And
so these are actual aerodynamic elements and not the brake cooling, what people can confuse them with.
It's the main target is to guide the air accordingly. Mm-hmm. And we end up at the rear end with the bigger diffuser, which we are running on that car.
Nice, nice. Yeah, so far the upgrades underneath the car and everything on the outside you will see in a bit, roughly now.
We talked about the kit already down at the entry. Just an information for you, some details to the kit once again. The kit consists of different packages. The first package is the brake upgrade package, where we are just using different brake pads, braided lines, and the different fluid.
You like it?
Because we think that the original PCCD brake is really good.
Yeah. Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Well then, welcome to the last part of the video, and without any further ado, here she is. And insert some shots of Tom Stamp. And some fancy music. Right, so while we're here, what do you think of it?
I think it's amazing. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I saw it for the first time completed, I guess it was Friday night, and just absolutely loved it. I thought it was just amazing. I love the gold. It's a real throwback to the classic Porsche race cars and everything like that. I couldn't be happier. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm most excited to get out on the track and see the photography that Max is doing. Yeah, I'm really excited to get out on the track and see how it feels. But I made a post actually last night. I said I think I was going to hang it on the wall in the living room, you know, because that's really, it just looks amazing. Yeah, absolutely love it. The wheel discs, the larger wing, the canards in the front, just the optical stuff that you see. Obviously, it's all about performance and it's all there for a reason, but those items just really take the car, the vision of the car to a new level. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, just going with the stickers, I know it's in your face, and that's the idea. You know, it's like I said, a lot of the Porsche race cars over the years have had a gold and white theme to them. A lot of classic stuff, I think, from the 70s even. And this kind of brings that out, so it actually has a little bit of a reason behind it, but it definitely is, it attracts attention, and that's what we want with the car. Mm-hmm. You know, so yeah, I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, like you said, it's in your face. First of all, GT2 RS is already not really a modest car, I would say, from the start up. Everyone says like, oh, it's a massive wing, the front intakes, and then you just put some extra on top, and then it becomes this, and then with the amazing graphics. So let's walk through the package.
Yeah, let's do that.
Probably the most, like, the biggest question is, what is this? Why is it here?
I think there's a lot of things that people will ask about. What is this? Why do you have a wheel disc on this car? So obviously there's a lot of aerodynamics involved in any race car, any performance-oriented car. And in this case, you can either run the wheel disc or you don't run the wheel disc. And if you want the same performance of the aerodynamics of the car, without the wheel disc, you need to put 2 more degrees of angle on the wing. So basically this is controlling the airflow and the downforce on the rear of the car enough that it actually allows you to adjust the rear wing. So the question is, why would you want to adjust the rear wing? Why does it matter? If you can achieve the same amount of downforce without these discs and just put 2 more degrees of wing, you can just save money, right?
Yeah.
Well, the issue is that downforce from a wing, unless it's adjustable, creates drag. So when you increase this 2 more degrees, you're actually creating more drag, which is going to hurt your top speed.
Yeah.
So right now we can put this wheel disc on, and we can bring the wing down 2 more degrees, create less drag with the wing, and then but get the same downforce figures that we need.
So a lot of people confuse it actually with the cars from the 70s and the 80s, where it was like turbo fans,
Right.
that you would generate like more actually brake cooling kind of effect. But in this case, it's pure aerodynamics, and that's why it's also not on the front, because it's like.
So this helps top speed, you know, because the car doesn't have as much drag, so you can still reach the higher top speeds, but while keeping the same downforce. When we're talking about the downforce, we have in the back of the car stock has 93 kilograms of downforce at 200 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
Right now with this kit, with the wing back down 2 degrees, and with the wheels, with the wheel discs, we are actually generating 200 kilograms of downforce.
More than twice.
So just a little bit over double the downforce. The front comes with, I believe it was 49 from the factory.
Yes, correct.
And with the undercarriage, with the body panels, the floor panel, and the canards and everything that's done in the front, it's creating 70 kilograms of downforce. So 21 roughly more in the front. When you drive the car stock, you actually can feel that balance is perfect to add more to the back than you have in the front.
And that's basically with this car is more necessary, because
Yes.
all what wants to kill you is happening on the back.
Back of the car, exactly.
So it's good to have extra downforce in the back. But I said already at the beginning of this video, many of you guys already know everything about the MR kit. We talked about it like very extensively last year when it was presented as a motor show. We walked you through this. It's now more to show you what it does, and actually more to encourage you to jump in the car with us, because actually big question that we always get to ask, like, okay, you run multiple 100,000, €500,000 cars, and you're still so like affordable. Let's not call it cheap, because calling something like that cheap would be like a disgrace. But what about now?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is what you have here, as we know, we have a car that's very expensive. For us so far, it's been an absolutely reliable car. It's been very good. It's been great on tires, great on brakes. You know, we've gone to so what all has been done to this car now? I mean, not just the aero stuff we spoke about earlier. You've probably seen before, it has the full suspension from Manthey as well. That's part of the MR kit. There's a lot in this car, and it's not just a GT2 RS. It's not just a completely stock 600 LT. It's not that.
Yeah.
This is a completely different level. And to be honest with you, it's a car that is our premium product. This is the exclusive taxi. At the moment, there's not a taxi that even comes close to this on the track, whether it's wet, whether it's dry. In any conditions, this is the taxi to be in. And we want to actually offer that as an exclusive product. We want to offer that as the top range. You know you're getting in this car, you know that you're getting in the best car that you can get in on a TF Taxi Lab. So with that being said, the goal is not to go do 1,500 laps with the car next year. That's too much. We don't want to do that. Could it do that? Probably. I want to bring it down to around 750 laps, which is almost half of what we did with our 2-seater segment this season.
Yeah.
What that means is there's going to be limited spaces available in this car. And that means for us that we're actually going to increase the price to €349 from $299. Everyone's been seeing it. I've got a lot of comments. Oh, you know, Robert, I can't believe it's so cheap. I can't believe it's so cheap. We want to roll out a package and say, look, this is what we're offering. This is what we're doing. Get some excitement, get people in it. But now for next year, as of March, anyone that books between now and March, if it's a pre-booking, if you come in and drive, I'm certain that the track's going to be open early this season. Anyone that comes in until March is going to get the $299 price or pre-bookings. Anything after March is going to go to $349. And if you guys have driven in this car this year, you know we don't do discounts on it.
No.
Even this season, I told the team flat, I said there will be no discounts on this car. It's not a product that we need to discount. This is the exclusive product. This is the top of the range, and that's where we're at. So We're going to reduce it down to 750 laps for next year. That's our limit. And we're working on something to fit in between the ranges in parallel. So, so that might be so that might be something that will also be interesting for people. We've got something you know, in the same direction that's pretty exciting that I think you guys can have some fun with.
Yeah, for that stay tuned, and we might even go a bit up by having some guest drivers.
Yeah, that's already in the works as well.
Exactly. So
some guest drivers and maybe some Cup R tires and things like that. So we've got some pretty exciting things in the works. So
yeah, so for that's actually the end of today's video. We just wanted to present to you the actual product, and for the moving bit, of course, stay tuned. It's gonna happen probably tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, but most importantly, you should come and experience it yourself, because that's absolutely a mind-blowing thing.
That's what Max did today. He's here to go do some laps.
Yeah, so it always goes the honor to him, not to me. So it will be him and experience it firsthand. But cool. Well, thanks for watching, and see you in this car on the track. Bye. Right. So we have the GT2 RS MR, epic sexy, but probably what's more impressive is this massive piece of meat. It's wonderful.